Mic check, mic check. Here we go. All right, man. I'm off to a crazy start already. Let me see. I'm just checking everything, man. I'm back. I'm back live. Okay. I had a crazy weekend. A lot of important stuff was coming up. Man, first of all, we want to say condolences to, what I'm saying, Young Noble. Man, one of the legendary members of the group, you know what I'm saying? The Outlaws, you know what I'm saying? And it just seems like the Outlaws has been plagued with this type of like just this type of energy, man. From Pop being killed to Yacht being killed, to just everybody else being killed or whatever. I just want to give condolences, man. This is a legendary group, and this is Idi Amin um, posted on his page. You know what I'm saying, that he's at a loss for words. Um, Truly, rumor is that he took his own life, and if he did, make sure you check up on your people. Make sure you check up on your people. Make sure people are okay, man, because you never know what people are going through. And I think it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. We got a lot to cover, but I'm gonna go through some. This is Idi Amin posting. We're gonna go through some of the other people posting. This is DJ Premier posting about Young Noble. He said, "Dang, my dude Young Noble of the Outlaws has passed. Unfortunately, he took his own life, according to his Outlaws member, Idi Amin. Everyone must respect mental illness and what someone may be going through. Check on your loved ones, friends, and family. Uh, I'll cherish the record we did. Salute to our fallen hip hop comrades." Along with Who is Conway back in 2021 called Lessons of Legends. He's talking about the record Lessons of Legends. Many deep positive conversations we had in the past few years. My deepest condolences to his family. Sleep peacefully, King. Salute Tupac, Yacht, Fatal. Oh yeah, Fatal, Psych, of course, Idi Amin, Napoleon and Castro, definitely still alive also. And I know it's got to be hard because man, once they lost Pac, man, it was almost game over. I'm not gonna hold you. It was almost game over because you got to think about where Pac was headed, in a direction where he was probably gonna be a billionaire. He was gonna be like Drake, not as far as like the sound of Drake, but he was gonna be on a level of maybe somebody like Drake. You know what I'm saying? As far as being a billionaire, um, off the rap, because not only did Pac do great with the rap, but he was always into movies and things like that, and he was a activist. You know what I'm saying? A activist as he did his rap thing, man. Legendary. Ain't nobody gonna be nothing else like Pop on this earth. Um, we'll go to some other ones because it was a lot of people who respond. I'm just trying to go to the people who actually meant something. This is Napoleon. Okay, this is Napoleon. It's not about Let's see. Okay, we'll go to another one. Trying to figure out which one is which. This is Trey the Truth. Man, rest easy, young noble. Didn't expect to see you gone away. My heart goes out to your family, children, Idi Amin, Outlaw family, and all that loved you, including me. Check on your loved ones. You never know what they're going through internally. And of course, in the comments, everybody is definitely giving their condolences, man. Again, this Idi Amin, Young Noble, and Trey the Truth, man. And it's sad, man, because I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of times, men's mental health is looked at in a very different light. It's not really like taken as serious, but it is a lot of men who do take their lives. I know personally a lot of guys who've taken their lives, whether it's homies, acquaintances, or fathers, people's fathers. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's not enough said about that. It's not enough said about that. Black people's mental. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Black people's mental health need to be checked also, because it's not only just the men, but it's women that are doing crazy stuff to kids, and you know what, kids and other things. So I think mental health in America, while I'm talking, mental health in America needs to be taken serious, because if you do something out of the ordinary, and the first thing they want to do is lock you up rather than get you some help. And sometimes, man, sometimes you may need that help. I don't care how much these rappers rap about how much they got all this money and all these girls and all that stuff. Sometimes they be really, really messed up. They be really messed up. Now, Hot Tech, the producer, he posted this. He says, "Rest in peace, Young Noble. I didn't want to believe it when I first heard. Still hard to process. Mental health is real. You never really know what someone's dealing with inside. Thank you for everything you gave to the culture and for always being real with me. From the times we chopped it up to when you pulled up to the studio with the Outlaws and Young Buck. I'm glad we got to connect and make some music together." And then he says, "Sending condolences to and prayers to Idi Amin and the family and everyone who loved you. You'll be missed, but never forgotten." Oh, this is crazy. I can't even believe it, dog. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Even though their projects weren't well received, like a pop project, I was always happy to see them rapping. You know what I'm saying? I was always happy to see them doing something in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what they do. You ain't even got to be top tier. And I think Young Noble was putting out some hard. He was one of the ones putting out some very good music. Napoleon, he don't put out music no more. But I think Young Noble was the one that was putting out some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm go through and catch some of that stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna catch some of it. But anyway, we're gonna go to the next one. The next. Okay, we ain't gonna what they got to say on here. Okay, No Jumper was saying, Young Noble, a rapper who worked closely with Tupac, has died by you know what. Sources familiar with the situation said Noble, born Rufus Lee Cooper III, died in Atlanta Friday morning. Our sources say he died from a gunshot wound that appears to be self-inflicted at this time. We've reached out to local authorities for more info. Noble got his big break in hip hop after joining the Outlaws rap group in early 1996, becoming the last member of the group personally added by Tupac. Noble appeared on 4 songs on Pac's album: The Dumb Illuminati, The 7-Day Theory, including Hail Mary, and the album debuted in November in 1996, just a couple months after Tupac was tragically killed in Las Vegas. Whew. Man, this is some heavy stuff. There's some heavy stuff. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I hate reporting on this stuff. I hate reporting on it. It's nothing but the energy that I don't want. The energy that I don't want. All right, let's get on to the next one. But I will say this, man. You know, they are legends, man, and you know it is what it is. This is Crazy Bone. Crazy Bone posted a picture of him and Noble. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Crazy Bone. And Mr. Lee posted this. He says, "I can't believe you gone, bro. RIP, Young Noble. You never know what people are going through." He reportedly took his own life this morning. I'm at a loss for words. Man. But as y'all can see, man, a lot of love. Domino, RP, King T, you know what I'm saying? RP. But I will say this. I probably will do some Tupac songs. I'll probably review some Tupac songs a little later. And try to get some just get some love going through the air with the music. Now, this is the next little bit of info. The uncle of Outkast Big Boy died in a road rage shooting. Let's say 2 charged shooters. I hate the way this is written. 2 charged shooter was only 18 years old. 2 of the charged shooters was only 18 years old. That's what it's supposed to say. God. It throw me off when y'all be writing in this crazy grammar. It throw me off. But I'm finna play the video. Here we go.
A man killed in a deadly road rage incident. Channel 2 Action News has learned the victim is the uncle to Atlanta rapper Big Boy, who is a part of the group Outkast. Channel 2's investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln, live now in Northwest Atlanta. Ashley, you found out more about when the suspect turned himself in.
Yeah, George, he turned himself in on Tuesday, nearly 3 weeks after this horrible incident happened. According to Atlanta police, all of this stemmed from a road rage incident that happened here on Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard. After Atlanta rapper Big Boy's uncle was shot, he veered off the road, crashed into this home. His family says now they have nothing left to do but grieve. Jabrian and Janisha Crumbly are now behind bars for their alleged involvement in a road rage incident that turned deadly. The victim is 62-year-old Ramoyne Patton, the uncle of Atlanta rapper Big Boy of the famous group Outkast. Atlanta police say on June 16th, Patton was attempting to make a turn when he got into an argument with Janisha and Jabrian. Police say during that argument, Jabrian shot Patton. He was hit in the back, causing him to crash into this home on Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard.
The car just turned and crashed into the house.
Damn.
Chris Walker, who's house sitting for the landlord, says he couldn't believe the damage when he was allowed back into the home 24 hours later.
What the heck happened to my place where I'm staying now? I never thought it would be this property.
A representative for Big Boy's family told us he isn't ready to talk. However, the rapper sent Channel 2 Action News a statement saying, "Everybody who knows Uncle Mooney, heart aches. A moment of rage has totally pierced the heart of my family forever." Janisha was arrested on June 20th for hindering police to locate Jabrian. He finally turned himself in on Tuesday.
Don't end nobody's life over a couple words, man. Just keep driving. See what I'm saying? Like, that's very petty. I think everybody just needs to have more, compassion in their hearts for each other.
And Crumbly, the alleged shooter, is being charged with murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during a commission of a felony. You can count on Channel 2 Action News to follow the story. Reporting live tonight in Northwest Atlanta, Ashley Lincoln, Channel 2 Action News.
Oh man, I'm gonna say, man. First of all, condolences to, Bit Boy, Outkast, the whole family. Y'all know what it is, but it's very, very sad to know that nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe. And then you got hotheads who get a gun and all of a sudden wants to shoot everybody because you mad about something, or you upset about somebody cutting you off, or somebody going too slow, or somebody making the wrong left turn or something. In my age, man, I done found out, man, like, we got to be more compassionate, civilized, because, like, it's not worth throwing your life away for 5 minutes of being, upset about something stupid. And it's too much money out here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all gotta get this money. God, it's a lot of money out here. A lot of money. But I will say it is unfortunate. And again, condolences. And I'm wondering, like what made do what he did and turn himself in. Also, he probably had some pressure on him once he found out who it was. He probably had some pressure. Hey, that's what you call it. That's Bit Boy. You know what I'm saying? That's Bit Boy. Better turn yourself in. So, but you do the right thing in a case like that. That's the right thing to do. But it's not worth going to jail over, that, especially road rage, man. I ain't gonna lie, I be getting upset sometimes, but I just let that shit go. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. Cause you don't know what the ending of that it would be, what the outcome of that would be. Even if you strap, you don't know what the outcome gonna be. You might have your pistol on you, but somebody might be quicker to the draw. Somebody got the one up on you. So you never know. So it ain't always about having a pistol and the pistol gonna do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's plenty of people who strap and still get messed up. You know what I mean? But here is Young Noble talking about Tupac's ashes. Here we go.
Y'all smoking Tupac ashes. Is there any truth to that or no?
Yeah, we talking truth, man. I'm gonna tell you what happened. It was the day of Pac's memorial in Malibu, California. Private ceremony, close friends, family, his mom, everybody. We get back to the crib. We in his room, He's gone. He just died. We're actually in his bedroom. We're smoking, we're drinking, and we're just trying to numb the pain. We're sitting there and we're listening to Black Jesus, the song. It's unreleased. Nobody heard none of these songs yet. And we listening to it. It's our brother that just passed away. We hearing him different now. You know what I mean? In the verse, he says, we die clutching glasses, filled with liquor and blasted, cremated last wishes, smoke my ashes. So mind you, we in there just minding our business. We hear him say that, and everybody kind of like looked at each other. We hear him Pac saying, cremated last wishes, nigga, smoke my ashes. We heard what he said, man, And his ashes was downstairs. Like, well, what we gonna do? So Gaddafi, he winds up going downstairs, all Pac, his family, they all down there. He sneaked some ashes in a napkin, man, and he bring them upstairs. He did it. He the only one who left out the room to go, came back with it. I had the blunt. We sprinkled a little bit on there.
The rumor about y'all smoking Tupac ashes. Is there any truth to that or no?
That's wild. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But I've heard Tupac say that a couple times, you know what I'm saying? He want to be cremated or whatever. And the fact that they smoked his ashes is crazy work. I mean, I don't know if I'd be smoking anybody ashes, you know what I'm saying, whether I rock with them or not. We're not doing that. I'm too much into spirits. I'm too much into things like that. So the last thing I want to do is smoke your ashes and bother those spirits, whether they're gonna be good or bad. I don't want to do that. I just believe it's too much going on for me to get caught up in smoking somebody's ashes like that. I don't care if you said it 100 times. Man, cremate me and smoke the ashes. Nah. We ain't doing that. Nah. You can smoke it. You can smoke what it tastes like. Oh, this is okay. All right, whatever. But not me. Not me. Not me. Not in a million years. Yo, now this is funny. Your boy Young and Ace. Your boy Young and Ace got mad. Hold on. Because a producer is charging him more than NBA Youngboy and Rod Wave because they're bigger artists. So in other words, and this is, producers do this a lot. You know what I'm saying? If it's a super big artist, you don't charge them out the head because you want more work. So I seen a lot of comments saying that that's stupid. It's not stupid. Your fee is your fee. But if you know this artist like your beats, you're going to give them a better deal, especially if they're going to be used. And see, that's what people not understanding. Like, the royalties for somebody like Rod Wave and NBA Youngboy could be a couple hundred bands every quarter. So you want to charge them, man, you probably be giving them things away. I'm not gonna hold you. You probably giving them away because your royalties check, because I know they get a lot of spins. Your royalty check probably gonna be 150,000. So why would you charge NBA Youngboy or Rod Wave 20,000? We could just charge them 1,000 to 5,000, knowing you're gonna get 100 bands anyway, depending on the splits. Because if you lowball the price for it to lease it, usually your percentage on a song would be a lot bigger, and you can negotiate that though. Your song, your price will be a lot bigger. But let me play this real quick, and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
That's them, bro. I don't be taxing, bro.
No, but I'm saying, no, you said that though. So I'm trying to figure out what are you getting at when you say that? But you said it for them. So what are you getting at?
I'm trying to speak on they behalf.
All right, now continue speaking. Then what when you say that, what are you saying though? You trying to say I ain't on? That what you trying to say? That's what you trying to say? I ain't on? You trying to say I'm not on that level? That's what you saying?
Oh, bro, they just said that.
Look, they trying to say I'm not on that level.
He's saying they bigger artists.
You saying they bigger artists? That's what you saying?
No, they not trying to say that. They just saying they work more.
No, you said that. Hey, mind you, you just said that.
That's what you saying? What you talking about? I'm gonna tell
Young ain't go harder than Rod Wave.
I'm gonna tell Rod Wave, and I'm gonna tell Youngboy to tell y'all like y'all trying to charge them 20,000 and trying to charge me this and trying to charge us this. Then that's what you're saying. Now, what if Youngboy and Rod Wave don't use the beats no more?
That's them, bro. I don't be taxing.
That's funny. That's funny. And the fact they recorded that and posted that's weird, man. That's business. Why you go post the business? Don't post the business. But the producer is 100% right. for people who don't think the producer's right. Once again, he said they're worth more. So what he's saying is I could charge them less, but in royalties and things like that, I'm gaining more. And that's where a lot of these artists don't understand. Like somebody like Young and Ace, you might get $500, $1,000, $2,000 back every quarter for something like that. You know, that's not chump change, but compared to 100 racks, you know, 150, you know, you're going to edge your bets on the people that are really, really doing the numbers, doing big numbers. And NBA YoungBoy and Rod Wave, they do super numbers. They up there with Drake. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They up there with Drake. They with numbers. They are. You know what I'm saying? And with shows. You know what I'm saying? So I think Young and Ace in his feelings, dog, you shouldn't have never posted this. It just shows that you ignorant about business. It shows you're not knowledgeable and you trying to go off on a producer, but the producer is telling you exactly what the business is. You know what I mean? And he has to charge you more because the back end is less. It just makes sense. That's rappers, y'all don't know nothing about business. I'm sorry. Y'all don't know nothing about business. Y'all go your whole life thinking everybody owe y'all something. Y'all don't know nothing about business. That's why most of y'all don't make no money. Then two, that's why people don't like working with y'all, because y'all never on business standards. Just do business right. Split it down the middle. Hey, this is my price. Pay it. If you like the producer, pay it. If you keep messing with the producer and money is rolling, man, you'll get a cheaper price. But just do business right. Just do business right. Like y'all rappers are something else. Y'all rappers are something else. Like you'll swear that all them niggas do great business, but none of them do. None. Oh, hell, here we go. I don't even know if I should play this. I don't know if I should play this. It says Drake disses LeBron on a new song. I think I'm gonna pass on it. I'm gonna do another video with Drake. Later. But this is we'll go to BG's baby mama. BG's baby mom talks about how she had his name tattooed twice by her private area, but now it's completely covered up. Oh my God. Can y'all get off the internet? God dang. Here we go. I'm scared to listen to this.
I've been seeing a lot of y'all commenting like and making clickbaits on Twitter saying that I'm mad over a tattoo. Like, for the record, I don't have nothing against nobody. I'm not even that type of girl. I ain't fake no beef over no tattoo. That man know that because I've been asking for that money. Wait on Thursday and camp started Monday. It was just so happy when I dropped my video, her tattoo wound up dropping. You get it? But I know for a fact a tattoo don't hold no weight. I had B Jizzle right here, bitch, at the age of 18. At 18, I had his name already stamped here. Already, okay? I covered it up when I was 25. Double back, I got his face. So, like, his whole entire face, sorry, y'all, but his whole entire face is right here. And we broke up. Bitch, so I know for a fact a tattoo don't carry no weight. So why would I be mad? Y'all, this hell is just... I've been seeing a lot of y'all...
Oh, Lord. I ain't even gonna lie. I need to go through and play the rest of the little argument she had, but I hate going through this. But it sounds like this typical baby mama grievances. You move on, you do what you do, and they find some reason to quote unquote call you out. But I think overall, man, you know, with these women and these children, always try to manipulate the situation. Always try to manipulate the situation. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, women don't know how to, let me see. If you want a man to take care of your child, you're gonna have to compromise. You really gonna have to compromise. You know, most good men, they take care of their children anyway, but you still gonna have to compromise, and you're gonna have to move like you're supposed to move. If you don't move like a respectable baby mama, you won't get no respectable results. It just is what it is. If you decide to be a baby mama for somebody, you're gonna have to be respectable. If you don't be respectful, you're gonna be doing this for the rest of your life. And that's to all baby mamas. So when you get with these dudes, you know what I'm saying? Just know that we all men, a cool baby mama that know what the business is, that we can work things out, are always going to be the ones who get the most. You know what I'm saying? The ones who be on a ratchetness, want to be defiant and all this other stuff, not willing to compromise, not willing to do the things you do necessary to make it work. You know, you're just gonna be out. You're gonna be looking crazy. You're gonna be complaining all the time, saying he ain't doing nothing, when in reality, it's up to you to play the role that you're supposed to play. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Women, y'all got to play y'all role. If y'all don't play the role, you playing it for somebody else. You just gonna have problems with your baby daddy. So you gotta play your role. You don't play your position right, it's just, you just gonna be, oh my God, he don't do that. I don't know why. Y'all know. Y'all know what time it is. But at the end of the day, the internet is the place of grievances for everybody. And most things with family can be resolved. It just, you know, everybody gotta have their head on correctly for stuff to be resolved. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully B Jizzle get everything under control with that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes once stuff start getting out of control, man, sometimes it's hard to put everything back where it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It's super hard. Because one thing, you know, when people get upset, people get mad, people get whatever, man, it's kind of like, it is what it is. But I think overall, you know, women, y'all just make sure y'all doing the right thing. Do the right thing for one, do the right thing for your family. Two, do the right thing for your children. Because your children do not deserve, they don't deserve the bullshit. They don't deserve you to be bullshitting too. You know what I'm saying? What we got next? Y'all check this out. I want to know what y'all think about this. This lady is a ex Diddy assistant. Oh, she finna go in. She finna go all the way in, man. Y'all check this out.
As one of the actual minor victims to Sean Combs'
What you mean by
physical assault while I was employed by him, as someone who was a witness to the abuse towards Cassandra Ventura Vine during my time of working for Sean Combs, I would just like to say that this is a grave miscarriage of justice. And I would like to also address that last year on March 20th, I was contacted by the federal government. They showed up at my door with badges. I refused to speak to them because I was terrified. So I was served with a grand jury subpoena that day before they left my home in Atlanta, Georgia. I confided in 3 different people about that visit from the feds. Terrified is actually an understatement. By April 11th of 2024, I was being contacted by Sean Combs' initial lawyer, Aaron Dyer. I have a voicemail that he left and text messages stating that Mr. Combs was aware of the visit from the government and that they would like to extend to cover my legal fees. These are facts. This, in my opinion, was witness tampering.
Man, this woman is yelling at us, yo.
I was supposed to testify this year on May 20th. I was in New York. It was announced. It was on CNN that I was supposed to be testifying, and I was pulled because I flipped out on the government. These are also facts. I want to be very clear. As a victim, as a former employee of Sean Combs, I do not feel safe. I am extremely traumatized. I do not know where to go from here. I did submit my own letter to the judge. I stand by everything that I said. I knew that he beat Cassie Ventura Fine in 2009. I know that she was dragged from the vehicle, okay? I know that I saw her 2 days later at the London hotel when me and one of his assistants brought her a bag, okay? This was a miscarriage of justice. And beyond any of this, I don't really have anything more to say. And I really don't know where to go from here. Just know that I am terrified.
All right. Y'all get it. Oh my God. First things first. If she got kicked out or they, didn't use her, it's because one, her testimony probably didn't add up. Now, did she witness some stuff that probably was crazy? Probably yes. But the problem is they were trying to get Diddy on his RICO charge, trying to paint him as being this criminal mastermind, which they proven that they couldn't prove that he was a criminal mastermind. Yes, he was a freak. Yes, he was a piece of shit for hitting on Cassie. But they could not prove that this man was a criminal mastermind. The only thing that I think these women can prove is that he was very aggressive towards women. And he was like literally beating up women. He was willing to go ham on women. Now, if they can prove that he recently did it, yes, they got a case. He could get some time, but he's not even gonna get a lot of time for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think those are misdemeanors anyway. When you hitting on women, beating up women, and all that. I hate to say it, but it is a misdemeanor. So the most I don't know what's the most you can get for it, but it is a habit of his to do that, and it's not gonna look good for him when he get back to regular life, because once you get painted as something like that, abuser like that, a lot of people don't want nothing to do with you, but he's rich, so it's gonna look different. It's gonna look different. it's gonna look way different. And I think these women stood by as they saw things like Cassie and Jane Doe and all those. They stood by as all this was going on, didn't mind it for 15, 16, 20 years of working with Diddy. And it's like you had plenty of time to say something. You know, was your job worth was your job worth it to see somebody get hit like that? You know what I'm saying? Was your job worth it to see somebody get abused like that? Was it worth it? You know? But I'll say, you know, this woman right here, it doesn't seem like, I could tell she saw some stuff, but we don't know how credible this is, because the government definitely would have used her if they felt like her testimony would have been strong, because they didn't have people testifying against Diddy super strong. Even Cassie wasn't testifying against him all that strongly. She still, you know, had feelings and looked like she, you know what I'm saying, still wanted to do a freak off. So I just think it's going to be really tough to pin Diddy to anything more than a nasty dude who beats women. That's it. I think that's it. That's all we're going to ever have on Diddy. You know, not saying that's a good thing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure I got enough stuff on here. Cause I'm playing me some music tomorrow, man. Y'all see me going live, I'm playing music. I'm playing I don't know what time I'm going live, but I'm playing me some music. Cause I'm tired of all this news. I'm gonna be playing me some music. I might play me some. Oh, I'm playing me some Pac tomorrow. Some Pac. Rest in peace, Young Noble. You know what I'm saying? Playing me some Pac. Let's see. I'm trying to edit out this Boosie right here so everybody can see it. All right. Boosie is having some trouble with Tubi right now. He has a new show. Matter of fact, we gonna play it right after this. It says, Tubi, you can drop my 2 films. Where's MJ and Waterboys? Where's MJ and Waterboys? I've been supposed to be on the platform with these 2 films. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. His writing is terrible. If you not go drop them, let's cancel our agreement and you return my films ASAP. Thanks, Tubi. I will say this. Terrible writing. But let me look for his stuff real quick. Let's see. Let's look for his stuff real quick. Oh, hold on, let me do this real quick. Hold on. But there's 2 times say, if a woman doesn't weigh at least 180 pounds, she ain't a lady. Jesus Christ. Let's see what this clown got to say.
Hey, man, look, man, don't knock me, man, for what I like, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? You know, if she ain't 180, she ain't a lady. You know what I'm talking about? She got to be 210 to get in, man. You know what I'm talking I'm talking about BBW, big beautiful bitch, you a porn star. Don't let that nigga dictate your moves, that's what you're grown for. Sneaking and we geeking on yours, bitch, lick your tongue out. She fuck with the op, I walked in on spot with my gun out. Hey man, look man, don't knock me, man.
I'll say this. Everybody got their own taste. I'll be honest with you. I was finna clown them, but everybody got their own taste. I'll be honest with you. And I'm not gonna lie to you. 180. That is on the and it depends on how tall you are too. Cause I know some women who, man, they 180, but they stout. You know what I'm saying? 210, yeah, that's yeah. But to each his own, and I don't necessarily discriminate, and I ain't got no problem with different size women. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, black women are beautiful. And I think having a shape on you, having some size on you, it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, it's a really good thing when you have a little bit of shape, a little bit of size, a little bit some features on you. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to look for some more stuff around the internet on the weekends. Nothing don't be going on the weekends. But I'm doing a lot of music reviews tomorrow, definitely. So if y'all see me online, I'm probably doing some reviews, and I'm gonna be going live with the new stuff. Let's see what we got going on. I'm still looking for something that's worth my time. Hold on, we're gonna play this. It says Nene Leakes reacts to Krishan's Blueface tattoo and her saying she wants to have 12 kids. You gonna stretch that coochie on out, ain't you? I ain't gonna lie. Nene Leakes look like a Clayface reinvented doll Frankenmonster. She looks better though. Here we go.
Let's talk about Blueface, because he on your face. Now, why you put that on your face? Because you have a beautiful face, and then you put him on the side of your face. Now, Krishan. Now, would you ever take it off?
I'm gonna do it on my Twitch and my Kick. Like, I want to do it. I want to invite my fans in this process.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Is there anything that you want to ask me?
Oh. How many kids you have?
I have 2 sons.
Oh, 2 sons? Will you have more?
Absolutely not, ever. By no one in the world. Would you have another child?
I want 12.
What? Girl, you gonna stretch that coochie on out, ain't you?
Okay, maybe 7.
Ooh, girl. Let's talk about Blueface, because he on.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm covering this mess. I say this: when Krishan not looking like she geeked up, she could be an attractive looking woman, but she got the crazy eyes. Krishan got the crazy eyes. Whenever a woman got the crazy eyes, you just gotta watch out. You just gotta watch out. They gonna do whatever, whenever, and you can't predict what's gonna happen next. So she got the crazy eyes, man. Y'all be careful. But I ain't gonna lie. She want 12 kids. That means, hey, you gotta stay at home. You gotta take care of the family. Who gonna stay at home with the 12 kids? But I doubt if Blueface is gonna have any more kids with her, man. Considering all the things that went on between them. And sometimes you learn a hard lesson when you're with somebody and you have a kid with somebody who just don't want to do right. You gotta do right. Come on. You gotta have kids. You gotta do right. You don't do right, it is what it is. You know, we gotta terminate this whatever we got going on. We gotta terminate it if you don't want to do right. But overall, I think Krishan Rock is she's definitely not an ugly woman, but I think she got some situations, some issues. She got to handle her issues, yo. She got to handle her. A lot of these women do. They got to handle their issues. Let's see. I'm looking for one more. Oh, we're gonna do Jim Jones. We're gonna do Jim Jones. Jim Jones runs down on Allie Zoe Adams in the streets. I guess there's some op work right here. Y'all check this out. This is crazy. It say Jim Jones ran down on an op. Jim is moving like a YN. Stop playing with him out here. Here we go.
That nigga don't believe the underground world. No AT underground world. I'm playing this game. We've been playing this game. They chasing him. They chasing us. They chasing us. I mean, we the underground world. We running 195.
Man, for those who don't know, man, Jim Jones used to be the enforcer, man. He used to be the one handling business, man. It seemed like Jim Jones back on his bully. I ain't gonna lie to you. Jim Jones, you too old. And I'll be honest with you, old people's bones break a lot easier. But I think Jim Jones, man, he ain't playing. He ain't playing with y'all Negroes out here, man. Y'all put some respect on Jim Jones' name before he put a old Negro spanking on your YN self. But this is not far from the old Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? This is not far from the old Jim Jones. Whatever y'all think y'all know about Jim Jones, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know, man. He was one of them at one point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he got going on now. I've been out the streets for a long time, so I don't know what's going on. I'm a civilian, and I'm on YouTube. So I don't know what's going on with these gangsters no more. I'm at the house every day. All I could do is rap about what I used to do. Let's see. What we got? We're gonna look at Fannie Willis real quick. Cause like it says Fannie Willis gets heated when criticized about the YSL trial. Now Fannie Willis is the lady who the lead attorney, the DA, I guess, that try to prosecute the whole YSL, and nothing came out of it because they didn't have no evidence. Like, this is crazy work, but here we go.
YSL case coming to a wrap up really quick. It's not wrapped up.
It's about to be, though. Could we maybe talk about, you relied heavily on getting those murder convictions in the YSL case, but no one was convicted in this. What's your message to taxpayers who may say that this was a waste of taxpayer money and their time?
What I want to say to you as a reporter, and I want your other reporters to be responsible, is you keep going to defense attorneys who put their children in private schools, in communities that are not our communities, and really don't care about the African American community. What you need to understand is there were 19 convictions. 7 I decided to null pros, mostly because they were doing life sentences on murder. Just yesterday, Channel 2, an affiliate, covered a YSL murder of a 21-year-old mother in front of her 2-year-old child.
Oh, yeah.
And go look at the statistics, crime is down. So what taxpayers that I say, what my constituents say who just voted me by 68% is she's doing an amazing job. We are making sure that this community is safe, that crime is the lowest here of most places in the United States of America. I think we're like number 3, and it's because of the efforts I have done against gangs. Stop glorifying violence and stop making it that some victims don't matter, because victims of all races, of all socioeconomic status matter. So stop talking to attorneys that don't live in Fulton at all. They live in safe neighborhoods. Their children go to safe schools. My children in these communities, they matter too.
Respectfully, Ms. Willis, I asked you about the 2 murder convictions that never came through. What's your message to taxpayers and to the taxpayers that may...
My message to taxpayers is it was an amazing time. We had 19 convictions. The community is safer. We made sure that we got the resolutions we want. If they're unhappy with sentencing, they should elect other judges.
And you also relied heavily on the RICO law that you had
and
too.
I'm going to continue to rely on it because it works, it's effective, and it tells jurors the full message.
But other people may say with the other people that it wasn't effective.
Other people weren't elective as a DA.
And that was our Chase Howell reporting. Since 2022,
the YSL case.
I ain't gonna lie, she looked like she was about to swing on that dude. she looked like she had enough. I've had enough. And I'm gonna be honest with you, she got a point. She was actually valid. Even though the main convictions did not go through at all, which he was saying, the convictions and the thing about the shooting and stuff, that she's actually right about that. And crime is down. Crime is down. Hey, when you right, you right. You know what I'm saying? I think the dude with the bald spot and the khakis on, I think he was trying to get her with a "I gotcha" question. But I think overall she made Young Thug and them look better than she probably anticipated. Because she didn't get the high level, gang members or, whatever, record label members. She didn't get the high level stuff. She got people that committed crimes, but she didn't get Thug, and she didn't get the high level. But Thug did plead out. You know what I'm saying? And that is saying a lot. That is saying a lot. That is saying a lot, even though it could have been better. It could have been better. And then Wife and Lucci, that whole situation. Wife and Lucci did his whole time. He didn't say nothing. So was the RICO effective? Nah, it wasn't effective, because you could have got those same convictions just by taking those same people to court. I think the RICO was to display the power of what Fannie Willis was doing, which it gained her notoriety and everything. But I don't think it sped up the convictions or made the conviction. But crime is down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in Fulton County is a little safer. And she is right about, people not caring about what's going on in Fulton County. And she was right. I expected this. This is my first time seeing this video. So I expected it to be on some, I gotcha. You know what I'm saying? And she was running off. She was going to be running off. But nah. She held her ground. But if y'all don't remember, she got in trouble during the YSL case because she had a relationship with one of the attorneys, the prosecutors, and she had to get off the case. You know, she couldn't be one of the attorneys, you know, prosecuting the case. So they did a lot of missteps. They had a lot of missteps. And it was like a lot of things she was paying due extra money from, you know, I guess the case or whatever. And it was just a whole mess. I'm surprised that this dude with the bald spot didn't do that. Ask her about the relationship she had with old dude. Now that would have been a gotcha. But not what he was asking. Oh, you sound like a nerd. But let me see what else we got on here. What else we got on here? Man, I can't wait to play some music tomorrow. I'm playing music all day tomorrow. I did not play it. I played it yesterday, but it messed up. So I'm gonna play it one more time. So apologize if y'all already seen this, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit.
So good morning. I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassandra Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something, you women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassandra Ventura for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced. I was drugged. I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider at her expense and at the expense of Diddy. Now, at the time, legally, I didn't know my rights as well as I do now. I didn't create this conflict with Cassandra Ventura. She created it with me. She's the one who decided to bring up things that happened over 10 to 15 years ago to hold Sean Combs accountable for what was a partial truth. She's the person who introduced me to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's the person who told the U.S. Attorney's Office about our relationship. So in essence, those out there who want to hate on me, who want to say that I'm attacking Cassie, you should realize the truth, that Cassandra Ventura, your idol, did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter. People, she tells you that Sean Combs made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But I know the one time that did happen, that Sean Combs was not responsible for that Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle. And what I mean by that is I had no knowledge she was on her menstrual cycle because the room was completely dark. She manipulated the room. She manipulated the environment to get what she wanted, and then she totally got up like I was the one who should have been grateful. You're on your period. That's disgusting, and I deserved more respect than that.
I don't even want to hear no more. Moral of the story is Cassie was complicit with the freak offs, yo. But I'm gonna be honest with you. When you give certain people power, certain people money, certain people access to opulence, they turn into something else. And I think a person like Cassie, she was one of those type of people, you know. I think Diddy turned her out. You know how you turn somebody out, you be like, yeah, I'm gonna turn this motherfucker out. and then they be a little too turned out, you like, wait, that's a little too much turned out. Wait, I just want a little turned out, not all the turned. I think that's what happened with Diddy and Cassie. Cassie, she was a little, a little freaky, you know what I'm saying, a little freaky girl, you know what I'm saying. Then next thing you know, she took over. She was like, y'all, I got this. This is what we doing. Oh, we could do this. See, then Diddy, it's not funny, y'all. It's not funny. But when he started hitting her, she started hitting him back. It's not funny. It's not funny. But I think that's what happened. I think she was just like one of those type of people. And some people don't play. Some people don't play. Some people you can't put your hands on. You put your hands on them, they're gonna knock you out. Man or male or female. Or even if it's a female who can't knock you out, she'll at least try. And I think Diddy got more than he could chew with her. Cassie wasn't the type. Now you could tell Cassie wasn't the type that was gonna sit back and let a person take advantage of her without her taking advantage of that person. And I think Diddy needed more of a woman who would let him take control. And I think that's what happened with the other women. Let him, not control, but kind of be the maestro behind the curtain, the man behind the curtain. But in his case, man, dude is absolutely right. He finna get some money. He probably about 10 million of she got 30 million in all. Probably about 15 of that 15 million. He gonna get that. He gonna get that. He gonna get that, man. And because he could claim a lot of things. He got a good case. Now he has a good case. Now I don't know about Cassie and Diddy, but he has a good case because he was paid as an escort, not paid to have sex with him. They ended up agreeing to have sex, but he's really just supposed to be an escort, somebody just to keep her company. But then she gave him an STD, and was doing all kinds of things like having sex on the period, which he didn't authorize. So that can be used. That can be used, and he's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid. And it sucks that men and women can't just have consensual, freaky sex no more. It seems like the internet is used to out people and extort people and all kind of other things. But I think it's a sad situation because, everybody likes sex. But I think these type of cases makes you think twice about doing something super freaky or going the extra mile, adding, doing threesomes or whatever you're into. I think this is just one of those cases. But he got a case. He got a good one. Let me check this internet for more stuff that I even care about. I don't see nothing else. I don't see nothing else at the moment. A lot of this other stuff, I'm gonna have to do videos for, because if it got too much cussing or something in it, yeah, I have to edit it out. I know I played this, but I'm just playing Boosie real quick. Boosie funny.
Man, I'm so glad Diddy free, bro. The reason is because I'm tired of seeing us black moguls get took down like that, bro. And I'm tired of seeing us black people go against us black moguls like that. And I feel like if Diddy was a white man who done all this shit for people, I know he didn't pay people, but He done all this shit for hip hop. If he was white, they would have had so many white people out there protesting for this man losing his life behind a relationship, you know.
That's not true. That's not true.
And people always Boosie was on Diddy's side. Nah, it ain't that. It's because I'm thinking about 7 children. Y'all thinking about one person. I'm thinking about these 7 kids who been in my kid's position. Not knowing if your daddy gonna come home or not is a burden on the child. So all y'all was like, no, I'm thinking about them damn children, man. So man, I'm glad he free, bro. You know, like I've been said, I don't feel he was guilty of nothing. You know, nothing but domestic violence. You know.
But that's being guilty of something.
The court spoke, man, and man, I'm happy that dude children, man. I know his feeling right now, right? I'm just happy for them children, man. So, you know, Diddy, sit your ass down for that. That's what you need to do. Grab Stevie J and your children and get the fuck on. Man.
Hey, man. Boosie is absolutely 100% right, man. Chill out. Diddy chill. Diddy chill. This ain't, dog. You get home, man, you need to get married, bro. Like, just get married. Just, that's it. Get married. You know what I'm saying? Have your wife seek out the women or the freaky stuff you want to do. Have your wife do it. Don't even get bothered into it. Just, you could goon in the corner. You could watch them do whatever, but just get you a one wife and y'all could do y'all freaky stuff. Cause like this ain't worth going through that every single time, dog. You're gonna have a magnifying glass on your whole entire life for the rest of your life, man. And we already know too much info about Diddy, man. I don't want to know no more about Diddy and what Diddy do with with semen or anything. I'm good, dog. I'm good. Yeah, the rest of these I think I'm gonna do or what you call it. Let's see. Let me see the art of dialogue. Got anything before I go? Let's see. I don't see nothing. God, man. The days. We'll go to Dallas, Austin. I don't care, man. I'm on here. I'm on here tonight. I'm rocking tonight.
So what's it like?
All right, this Dallas Austin shares the details about when Biggie wrote for Michael Jackson.
Calling your mommy like, yo, so look, I'm about to go see Mike Jackson.
Well, you know what? That's why I say it was funny because I was so obsessed with Prince and Jimmy and Terry. Because I was like, hey, I guess I'm going to go back to work with Michael again. You know, and it wasn't until that day we were sitting in and they kept putting the tapes in that I realized, like, damn, that's Michael Jackson. Like, this is working. He's flying around in jetpacks and shit. So I'm like, yeah, bro. And the more he kept putting, he's had the mask on and he had the hat on. So, the more he kept putting stuff in, I look over at him. So he'd be looking at us to see our reactions. And this one, you know, somebody's huge. When he tells you, so I want some horns like that band. You know that band, with the horns? I'm like, what, Earth, Wind & Fire? Yeah, those guys. I'm like, ooh.
Now, let me tell you how you know. Let me tell you how you know he's huge for real. We all sitting around one night talking, and we having a debate. Who's the best rappers? Da da da. So yeah, I'm front and center in the debate now because I'm the hip hop guy. I'm the hip hop head. So I'm like, nah, it's Biggie. And then Dave is like, nah, it's Pac. And then we going back and forth. This is obviously when both of them were still alive. And then finally, Michael, the next day, Biggie's in the studio.
He hit me that day.
This time around.
What? Me and him are working on This Time Around, right?
Wait.
And he goes,
based on y'all conversation,
because we thought that we were thinking that when for a rapper on it, we was thinking, okay, it's Mike, so we got to get Tretch or somebody. You got to get somebody that ain't gonna be too hard, right?
Right.
And when he said Biggie, I was like, Biggie? He's like, yeah, you know how to get him? So yeah, I called off. I was like, yo, man, we need Biggie to come out and work on Michael Jackson. He said, he on the way now. So like, and I never forget, me and Biggie sitting in the car, right? And he's smoking and he's pinching himself like this. And I'm like, you good? He's like, yeah, man, I'm just pinching myself, dog. I'm sitting in the car with you about to write a song for Michael Jackson. This is crazy, right? And then when he wrote the rap, we sit in the car and he wrote the rap, said, listen to this. And I was like, oh no, man, I got motherfuckers jocking me, taking the prophet seed. You know, I was like, I'm a killer nigga. I ain't joking. Endo toke got me smoking. I'm like,
Michael, what's happening right now? Like,
bro, I said, let's just, I said, look, I think this is going to be a little too hard. You got nigga and motherfuckers and shit and all shit going on in there. I'm a killer nigga. I ain't joking. Endo smoke got me token. I was like, that might be a lot for Michael. But I'll tell you what, let's just play it for him and see. Let him say that, all right? We play it, that's exactly what I wanted to say.
Yo, I was like, what is my life right now? Like,
yo, when you listen to that rap to this day, you're like, yeah, he was going off on that.
One room.
And at the time, Big was probably 19.
So what's it like? You're calling your mom. You're like,
that's crazy. That's a wild story, man. Sad to not be able to have Big around, but dope story. And Michael Jackson too, man. Two legends that everybody's life was cut, way too prematurely in my humble opinion. But that was a great story. That was a great story. I'm gonna play Scott Storch. Scott Storch says Diddy was trying to flirt with him. Lord have mercy. I haven't even watched this, but we're gonna watch it together. Here we
go. Is he a homosexual? Bisexual? Everybody's trying to push that. Is he a cuck? Which is like watching other. I wasn't in the room. I do know I felt like at one point he tried to flirt with me and shit, and I was just like, I'm good on that type of shit. But,
oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But
what do you mean he tried to flirt with you?
I'm just gonna leave it simple like that. That's it.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty bold statement, Scott.
Bro, it's just I'm gonna say it like it fucking it is what it is. He's my homie, man.
Gotcha.
But I just felt.
But there was never any bad beef. There was you never saw anything weird.
Man, nothing but love.
When you hear the stories about Usher came to his house for Diddy Flavor Camp, and then Justin Bieber showed up. Any rumors in that? Any truth to that?
No, fuck that, man. Everybody wanted to be around him. He's the fucking flyest dude. He made the shit look good. He's in Tommy Mottola's house, which is the sickest shit that he bought, on Star Island. Sick. Is he a homosexual? Bisexual? Everybody's trying to push that. Is he a cuck? Which is like watching.
This was a nothing burger. It was I hated having to play that, and it was absolutely nothing. Of course, Diddy is gonna be talking, because obviously he likes men or likes to see men get smashes girls or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know. Let me see what we got next. I think this may be it for today, cause I'm definitely playing music tomorrow. I'm having a whole music show, Tupac dedication. We're gonna play some 8 Ball and MJG, UGK, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out the website also. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I gotta play this one. The woman featured in the interlude at the start of Tupac's song "Me and My Girlfriend" explains how she became a part of the song. I like this. Y'all check this out.
How my mom got on a Tupac song.
Yeah.
Which song, you may ask? Well, I'll show you. If you're a Tupac fan, you'll absolutely know this album. But if not, you might recognize a song called Me and My Girlfriend, and it's from this album. And real hip-hop heads might recognize this part.
You motherfucking right. I'm the bitch that's keeping it live.
I can't play the what you call it. So I cut the audio off until it's over.
This part.
I'm busting on you punk ass niggas.
Yeah, y'all know it. That's me cutting out the sound.
In luck today, because who better to tell this story than the woman herself?
What's happening, gang? So how I ended up as the voice on Me and My Girlfriend with Tupac on his last album, it's interesting. Actually, he spent the night with us before, me and Eric's father. And we picked him up from a club that he didn't want to be at. And all he wanted to do was talk about this album that he was putting together and this idea that he had for a song called My Girlfriend. It originally wasn't named Me and My Girlfriend. So he gave me the concept and the idea, and he was talking about how he needed to bring the gun to life. Like it wasn't going to be the same if the gun didn't have a voice. And because I worked for Death Row Studios at the time, he didn't really ask me to do it. He kind of hinted for me to do it. But when I got to work after he recorded the song, I typically just get artists to come in and do things for other artists, not just him, Snoop, anybody. So I hired a couple of other girls to do that. And unfortunately, the engineers kept coming back like a week later telling me that it didn't work out and it didn't happen and it wasn't good enough. And it didn't have the compassion or not the compassion, it didn't have the passion that a gun would have. So the album needed to be turned in. And the engineers were like, we still don't have this song done. And I was like, what? You didn't get anybody that can pull it off? And they were like, no. So Pac see me in the hallway and he was like, why don't you just do it for me? Just get it done because we got to turn it in. Like it was time to turn in the album. So I'm like, okay. I go into the studio with the engineers and honestly, I'm nervous because I'm working. And at the time I wasn't making gangster music, you know? So he's just like, just do the engineer. He's like, all you got to do is just pretend to be a gun. So they play his vocals for me, right? And I'm like, okay, I don't know where I'm going to pull this from, but I got a little actress in me too, right? So I told them that they got to pay me in a joint because they couldn't really pay me cash, but I needed to be paid for my time. So the engineer rolled me a joint, sends me into the booth and plays it for me again. Plays the first half, the intro. So I'm like, okay, I get a good count. And yeah, I take a hit of the joint, put the joint out, tell him to run it back, and that's how you get the intro. I just went for it. Motherfucking right. I'm the bitch that's keeping it live and keeping it hot when you punk ass niggas don't. West Side, what? Bring it on. And then boom, Pac comes right in, right? So I didn't even know I had that in me, y'all. No bull. Like I don't even know where that come from. So the engineers are like, let's play it back. Let's let you hear it. So they let me hear it and I timed it perfect. And it just, I don't know. It gave me something to work with. So they was like, we have another part. I thought I was done. So I like to join again. I'm thinking I'm done. They like, nah, don't come out the booth, right? Boom. So they like, we need something to go right here. It had none of the gunshots. It was just blank airtime. So they're like, after this, one shot, make a nigga heartbeat stop. What? I just went. I made all the gunshots up in my head. All the pauses and all of that was literally me acting it out, and no bull, y'all. The engineers that were mixing and mastering it came behind me and put all those gunshots, the sound of the bus going by and everything. And that's how we did Me and My Girlfriend.
West Side.
Cool story, man. I would say this, man. It's a lot of legendary music out here, man, and I'm glad everybody is being able to speak on their music, man, and their contribution to some of this legendary stuff. Because we'll never hear these. We would have never heard these stories without the invention of the internet. You know, it'll be some people doing documentaries, but as a whole, we wouldn't. That's one good thing about the internet. You really can archive a lot of stories and a lot of good content when it's out there, other than people, you know, talking crazy on the internet. But I think, man, great story overall, man. You know, not something that I expected to even care about, but definitely, man, it goes down in the Tupac archives. Again, rest in peace, Young Noble and all the rest of the Outlaws. Man, so y'all know we gotta play some Pac tomorrow, man. We gotta play some Pac. Matter of fact, I'm playing some Pac. We're gonna play some Scarface, UGK. What else? 8-Ball MJG. Those are gonna be my main ones we playing. Cause man, I don't know. But I'll say this. Thank you guys for tuning in as usual. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. More content is always on the way. Peace.